In this video, I will be showing you how to recreate this lovely design. There are different variations of it. This is from Thames on the left side and Mama Precious on the right side. Now, how to make this is found in the Natalie Bay textbook. This is from page 85 of the More Dress Pattern Designing textbook. And in this video, I will be showing you how to recreate this. So let's get started. I have here my ruler and what I will need. Now the first thing I'm going to do is to determine how deep I want it to be. Probably you can do 4 or 5, or I'll probably use my chest line. You can decide to go lower if you so desire. Now the other thing I like to do is, since this design will be sleeveless, oftentimes I like to raise my armhole by ½ inch for both the front and the back. It's not compulsory, but if you want to do it, it's fine. I like to raise it by ½ inch. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the darts. Now what I have here for my dart intake is actually 7.5. Now since it is a strapless, I'm going to do 100% tightening. Now I'm going to increase the dart. I'll go back by 2 centimeters. This will give me the new dart position. Then I will add the remaining 5 centimeters here, like so. So I have 7.5 here, 2 and 5.5. Then I'll connect straight to the bust point line, like so. The other thing I'm supposed to do is to crease and fold. This is my dart. You can see I have closed the old dart and the pattern is not laying flat anymore, but then we'll come back to this. Now for me, on the waistline for the front, I have 6 centimeters. So to divide it, I'm going to add 1 centimeter to the center front because of the style we are making, because there will be a cut on the center front, and I'm going to connect it to the chest line like so. Now on the side, I'm going to do 1 cm on the side. I'll connect that to the bust chest line, the nipple line, sorry. Connect it like so. I have 1 cm here, I have 1 cm here. Now the remaining 2 centimeters, I'm going to do 2 cm on both sides. 2 cm on both sides. And I'll connect to the nipple like so. Okay, all you have to do is just to measure again to be sure that your dart intake is complete. Now this is my underbust line. The line is a little bit faded. Try it again. This is my underbust line. Now my underbust circumference is 31. 31 divided by 4 is 7.75. So I'm going to measure from here, from this dart line. Remember, this is a dart. I hope you know that this is a dart already. From after the dart to this place, jumping the dart, I'll continue from here until I have my 7.75. So for my first dart to here, I have about 3.1. I'll continue my 3.1 here, and this is my 7.75 here. Now for my reduction value, I have R is 4 centimeters. Now for this 12 centimeters, I'll just add 1 cm to the front and the remaining 3 to the other side. So this is what my underbust tightening looks like, just like so. And from here I can take it to the dart on the waistline. So this is how it looks like. I can clean every other line to avoid distraction. Now going back to the design we are making, I've decided to use the chest line. Now you can decide to make yours straight or a little bit curvy. Now on the center front line, now if I'm using the chest line will be the highest point. I can decide to come down by maybe 1 or 1.5 depending on how deep you want it. So from here you can just take it down like so, wherever you want it. If you want it to be straight, if you want it to be a V, whatever design or whatever angle you want. Okay, so I want mine to be straight. The other thing you can do is you can decide to have yours to be straight, following this new center front line all the way to the underbust. The choice is all yours. The other thing you can do is on this place you can come up by probably 1 inch. The choice is yours anyway, and you just blend it to the underbust line like so. The choice is all yours. Okay, so from here the center front, let me clean this line, and from here to here. In fact, you can even make it like a corset design. If you are making a corset design, remember you just have let me see, let me not mess this pattern. Okay, let me not mess this pattern. If you are making like a corset design, supposed to go somewhere, something like this. The choice is all yours. Whatever it is you want to make out of it, the choice is all yours. I'm just using my hand there. I'm not using a curve. If you have a curve, please use a anyhow. Okay, anyhow you want it to be. If you want it to be like this, like a cup, if you want it to be straight, if you want it to not be a cup, whatever way you like it. So I'll be going with this and this. I think it's fine this way. Now the other thing I'm going to do is on the side. Now for the side, you can decide to come up by 1 inch, whatever style you desire, and from here just blend it upwards. Okay, so you have it like this, covered to the side like so. Or you can decide to make it like a little bit of corset design and have something like this. Whatever design you want to make, the choice is all yours. But remember, we are making the inner cup, like the inner bralette first, so I'll prefer to go with this anyway. I'll decide to go with this to the side. Now I think my Mama Precious design came to the side like so. Anyone you want to make it, you decide like so. You can take it straight or here, right? Anyone you want to make, but I want mine to go to the side. Okay, I want mine to go to the side like so. So I'll be going with this. The other thing I'm going to do finally is I am going to close this dart. Place your finger here and close. Now I hope you can see how it looks like. The paper is no longer laying flat. Now the other way around it is I can actually slash this line. So let me slash the line now and I'll show you what I have. Now this is what I have, as you can see. Now because I have slashed the pattern from the lower part, this part is able to lay flat and I can continue. Now from here I can just withdraw and blend into the armhole like so. Now if this is not high enough for you, which I don't think it is for me here, this is just like 3, I can rate it a little bit higher to be on like 4 inches. The choice is all yours, and from here you blend it to wherever you want it to be. If you want, wherever you want it to be. Remember, I have raised the armhole by ½ inch. It's my choice. If you don't want to, it's all you're fine. Then from here straight to the armhole like so. Now the reason why I'm not following the initial armhole is because I will not be inserting a sleeve into this design, so I don't want the armpit side to be showing. Now if I do it this way, automatically I have closed this place, so my armpit will not be showing. So this is the new line that I am following, this new armhole. Now as you can see, it's lovely. Now the other thing you can do is if you want to add a tiny strap, there are 2 ways of adding strap to it. Now if you want a strap of about, let me say 1 inch, looking at my pattern, I still have a little bit left on the shoulder. I can just mark 1 inch and I'll just take it all the way down. I think I need to put more tape at that side, so I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, so I want it to have a little bit of strap I can have something like this. So let me just use a marker in case you want it to have a strap. Okay, I'll just follow it like so. Then I'm going to cut it together. You can still follow the armhole, but remember we're not putting a sleeve. I think I want a strap. So I'm going to leave it. If you don't want a strap, you can follow it this way, or you can follow the lower armhole, whatever choice. But I'll advise you to raise your armhole a little bit to avoid your armpit showing. So this is it. If you want a sleeve, you go out this way, and remember this comes like this. Okay, so this is how this will look like. Remember, this place will be on fold. Oh, sorry, cut too, because there's a seam here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trace it out. Now for this one, I can leave it straight like this, and I'm going to trace out this part. Now for this design, I do not know if there is any bralette at the back. Now from the textbook, your bralette extends to the back if you want it to, but if you only want it to be for the front, it is fine. When we get to the back, I will explain that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to trace out, and I'll show you what I have. Remember, this is how it looks like, and I have traced it out. Please remember to cut out your dart. Okay, remember to cut it out. Now, two things I would like to say. If you do not want a strap, you can just cut off this part. If you do not want a strap, so it will be strapless like this. Okay, then now if it is strapless, if you can decide to sew this dart alone. Now when you cut out this strap, or with or without the strap, you can decide to cut this on fabric and sew only this. Sew it here. You still have your cup shape. Okay, you still have your cup shape if you sew it like so. Now if you want to use two dart positions, that means you have to cut away the strap and have something like this. So you have A and B, and you will join with 1/2 inch allowance like so. Here, cut along this line. Okay, so you have A and B, and you will join with 1/2 inch allowance. Now the third option is if you still want to have your strap, and you want to have two parts, you can make use of horizontal darts. Okay, so from the center front, this is my bust line here. I would connect it to here. I hope so. Connect it here like so. Now for the side, now it's looking like this because I have closed the dart. That's why it's looking like as if the line is not straight. I think I should untape that. It's open like this, and I place this like so. Now what I'm trying to do is we need our horizontal dart. So from here to the nipple point, okay, this is line 1. Then for this one, like so, this is the line all the way to the nipple line. Okay, so if I still want two parts here, I'm just going to cut along this line. But remember, we don't have pointed edges. So I'll get my scissors and I'm going to cut this out now. So that means you have two parts. This is if you want a horizontal seam. Remember to notch here and here so you will know where the 2 points are to join. If you want the horizontal seam, you can have it this way. If you want a vertical seam, you can have A and B. You can remove the strap. So whatever method you want to use, if you want a strap and a horizontal seam is fine. If you want a strap and only one seam in the lower part is fine. Or if you want no strap and two parts on both sides, the choice is all yours. So this is how the first part looks like.